Welcome to Cleveland Real Estate Investor. On this podcast, you will hear about every aspect of the real estate investment business. We will talk to rockstar investors about their businesses, how they built them, where they came from, and where they are going. Who am I? I'm Joe Lieber, and I've made millions of dollars in the real estate investment business over the last 20 years. If you're ready to hear the good and bad from a guy who's learned this business from the School of Hard Knocks and get educated by some badass entrepreneurs, then put your helmet on, strap on your chin strap, and let's ride.
Cleveland real estate, never take the food off your dinner plate. We gonna regulate. Whatever you need, we gonna get it straight. Hey, Cleveland real estate, never take the food off your dinner plate. We gonna regulate. Whatever you need, we gonna get it straight.
Hey, yo, what's going on, guys, gals? Thank you for tuning in. Got a cool episode for you today. I'm talk about something, see how serious y'all are. So I guess what I'm trying to say. So it's a new year. I'm sure you're out there doing some marketing, trying to find some wholesale deals to sell to investors. And maybe you want something to rehab for yourself, or maybe you're looking for a rental property. Well, I've got a good deal today. I'm going to tell you all about it. So this house can do all those things. It's a flipper. You could keep it as a buy and hold because you're going to buy it cheap. You could wholesale this to the right person, but I'm not going to make it easy for you. Okay, so here's the scoop. I got this house. It's on West 139th Street. Call me and I'll disclose the actual physical address to you. But here's the deal. I have had a tenant in this house. I've owned this house since 2006, and I've had a tenant in this house since 2011. They've been there 10 years, paying $750 a month in rent, and I am ready to sell this home. It needs work. I don't want to go through rehabbing this thing with them in there. They do not want to move, and they pay, and they're great people. They're a little older. They're probably mid-50s, mid-60s, somewhere in there. And they don't bother me. I think I put a hot water tank in the house 2 years ago. And that was the only thing they asked for, and probably since 2011. But I know the house needs work. I know the roof is going to need to be replaced. The windows are old. I'm sure the furnace is old. I'm sure it needs updated kitchen, updated bath, fresh paint, maybe some carpet or sand the hardwood floors. It's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, from what I remember. But it's in a great location. Really nice area. Over on 139th off Puritas. I mean, it's good. But I'm going to make this a little tricky for you. See, they don't want me to sell the home. They can't buy it. They tried to procure financing. They're not able to. And I can't go run a bunch of people through this house either, because it's going to get them all rattled up. They're probably not going to be very cooperative. I don't have interior picks. I could probably get them, but at this point, I don't. That's why I'm going to give someone a really good deal, so I don't have to deal with all this stuff. And if you want, you can buy this house. Just keep them in there. You don't have to do anything. Let them keep paying you until they decide to move, which truthfully, they probably are not going to move. They'll be carried out of there horizontally, if you know what I mean. That's probably the real deal with this. So the comps, this house fixed up, looking like $1 million. I think it's a 110 property. And the way the real estate market's going, it's probably going to be a 120, 125 property here in a minute. But as of the recording of this show, I'm saying it's a 110 house, solid 110. Maybe you'll surprise me. I've been wrong. Some of you cats get so much money for these houses, it blows my mind. You go in there and start knocking walls down to these huge open kitchens, and stainless appliances, and subway tile backsplashes, and undermount sinks. And I'm like, damn, dude. And you're blowing them out at 140 G's. And I'm like, you're amazing. And, you know, if you're that rehabber, good for you. My crew can't do that. I know my boys' limitations, and that's not for them. They're more of a, vinyl floor, Home Depot, prefab countertop, cut it, slapped a little Formica thing on the side, and away we go, right? But there could be more is what I'm saying. If you want to really bang out a rehab, could be more value. Well, I'm saying you're going to do, like a Home Depot, nice rehab. It's a 110 property. So there's options, right? So there's that. You go in there. Let me tell you this, then we can run numbers. I'm going to sell it for $65K. It's a great number. If you're a realtor and you got a buyer, add whatever the hell you really want to the top of that. If you want to make $3,000, then do it for 68. You want to make $5,000, bring a contract to me for 70. I'll pay you 5. But that's my number. I'm telling you, it's a very, very fair price. Look around, you will see. But you got to make it easy on me. A lot of you buyers buy at auctions all the time, downtown auction. You can't get in the houses. So same thing here, right? The house is functional. It's there. There's a kitchen. There's a bath. There's a real house. Go drive past it. But all right, let's talk about numbers, all right? So you're going to buy it for $65K. It's worth 110. Couple options. Let's talk about option 1. Just keeping it as is. They're not bothering anybody. So what do you care if it has a new kitchen or bath in it? Doesn't matter. They like it. So leave them alone and just take your $750 a month and forget about it. You actually might be able to raise it a little bit. But if you do try to increase the rent, you're probably opening yourself up to them saying, hey, well, if you're going to increase the rent, I want this and this. I wouldn't do that. Just take your $750 a month. It's a good ROI and 65 Gs and be done with this. That's option 1. There's option 2. Take it. I think it needs 20 Gs. Roof, windows, kitchen, bath. Yeah, about 20 is fair. You can get all that done for 20. You're not going to get the subway tile undermount, granite, blah, 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 all that. You're not going to get all that stuff, but you'll get a basic, nice Home Depot rehab with a new roof for 20 Gs. So you'd be in for 85, worth $110. Pretty good. Got some equity. Hard to come by these days. I like that option as well. But in order to do that, you got to get them out. So you're going to go through a little bit of a dance to get them out because they're probably not going to just go easy. Right? I've had conversation with them and they just want to be there. So you're going to have your challenges. Or there's option C. And this is a very good option too, because it will remove you from operations and liability. Buy the thing cash and then turn around and owner finance it to them. Owner finance it to them. If I were you, I would do a 30-year mortgage because we know those are death sentences and you'll be in the thing for 15 years and the principal moves like nothing. It's crazy how little it moves. So really, it's like an interest-only loan, basically. In my opinion, a 30-year mortgage is an interest-only loan because you don't start hitting principal after 15 years. I mean, that's just the reality. And you're out of it, right? You don't have to worry about any of the lead-based paint issues. You don't have to worry about them calling you the furnace is down or backed up sewer lines. You don't have to have a property manager. You don't need a property manager. All you need is a servicing company to collect your mortgage payment. And that's an idea. And they want to buy the home, so you might be able to even get a little cashola from them. You're not going to get 10 grand, but you might get $3,000-$4,000, especially now that tax return season's coming up here. Might be able to grab that and play bank. I love the paper game. I love it so much because there's no operations. I don't need leasing agents for the paper game. I don't need a disposition team. I don't need contractors. I don't need project managers. I don't need bookkeep. I don't need anything. So I like the paper game. And this could be a good play for some of you cats I've talked to. You won't need anything. The only thing you'll need at some point, if they default, would be an attorney to go get your asset back, which will take you 6 months and about 4 Gs. Highly unlikely. They've been there, over 10 years, and the husband's handy. So they probably will fix the house up a little bit once that's like theirs, or make deals with them even. Have them fix the house up for you. But if you do that, do like CapEx things, right? Don't be like, hey, I'll pay for the material you put a new kitchen in. Bad idea. Be like, hey, you put a new roof on, I'll pay for the material. Then they can't get messed up again, right? Hey, I'll buy windows at cost if you put them in. I've done stuff like that. And they'll do it too. They might even do it for free if you're willing to like get the windows. They own the house, so to speak, right? You could put windows. There's all kinds of things you could do to like increase the value or whatever. And that way, if you do those things with them, you can buy it from me for 65 and tell me you want 95. And you're going to put a roof on it, put windows in. You can do a few things. There's some opportunity here. If you guys are looking for a deal, there's opportunity. Or wholesale it. Like 75 is a very fair wholesale price, especially in this market. So there's no reason why you can't get 70 or 75 for it. Make yourself a little scratch if you got a buyer for this thing. But once again, it goes back to this. You can't make this hard on me. I can't go run a bunch of buyers over there, getting these people all upset. It's a drive-by, kind of see it. Hey, it is what it is. It's a great house in a great neighborhood. You just got to kind of take the word for it. I buy sight unseen all the time, even still to this day. I've been burned very little. If buying sight unseen far outweighs the opportunity over getting burned for me. I used to buy a lot at the auction when it was good. I buy a lot of properties down there. It didn't start getting bad till it was over by 2018 is really when it was over. But it had its spurts, right? It was good in the 90s. It got bad in the 2000s, got really good after the mortgage crisis. And then it got bad again and good. And now it's not good. And it's online now. So everybody and sitting out in California wanting to buy houses in Cleveland are on there overpaying for stuff. So I'm not an auction guy anymore. But my point is I bought from the auction all the time, sight unseen. So I just got to make it easy. If I'm going to give the thing away, it's got to be easy for me. So there's 3 options of what you can do with this house, depending on what you want to do. If you got 65 G's, you just want to lay out there and make a little piece. Cool. The finance, don't call me with these finance deals. Not for this house. Get an appraiser in there and trying to get this thing financed. It's probably going to be a dirty wreck. And this isn't for a finance guy. If you're a cash player, that's who this is for. If you don't have cash, partner with a money guy. Partner with somebody. Have someone bring the money. You bring all the operations, because there's going to be operations here. Someone's got to deal with them. Unless you're just going to let them stay there, then it doesn't require anything. I mean, they will pay you. They will pay their water and sewer bill. They won't bother you. All right. So that's all I want to say. I just want to make that offer out there to you guys who are scratching. You're scratching and you're trying to find something. You're sending mail. Well, this would be a good deal. It's a good deal. It's a good mail deal, so to speak, right? You would find deals like this if you were sending mail or doing SEO or all the Google AdWords or whatever. You'd probably pay more than that for it, to be honest. But let's see. So give me a shout. You guys got my email, rebroker. The number's 216@gmail.com. You've got my office line, area code 440-389-3883. Reach me there. You can text that number too. And that's it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make it a great day.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.